About adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, adrenaline is a hormone secreted by the adrenal gland and sent through the bloodstream. The adrenal glands are located on top of both kidneys. It is released in the bloodstream when a person is suddenly scared or stressed, activating what is known as the fight or flight response. The hormone adrenaline travels through our bloodstream. It then locks into a receptor on the cell membrane and triggers a series of events within the cell. The response to this is the creation of glucose, which is used by other cells to create the fight or flight response. The group of receptor proteins typically used for adrenaline are known as adrenergic receptors or just adrenoceptors. Alpha receptors stimulate effector cells, while beta receptors relax effector cells. The receptors we will be focusing on today are those located in the heart. A part of the 7 transmembrane receptors, the beta adrenoceptor is encoded by a gene on chromosome 5. Categorized into beta 1, 2, and 3, the primary function is to regulate airways or oxygen flow. The heart contains 2 types of beta adrenoceptors, 1 and 2. However, 1 is more commonly found and binds to adrenaline traveling through the bloodstream. A G protein is a guanine nucleotide binding protein, and they're hydrophilic, meaning they're located on the surface of the cell. Because of this, the cell's response is really rapid because the distance is very short. However, the response is very short-term, which is a disadvantage. Adrenaline signaling molecules travel along the bloodstream into a specified receptor. Once the ligand locks onto the receptor, it triggers the receptor to change shape and activates it. When a signal is first received by the receptor, the G protein binds to the complex inside the cell. After the binding is complete, GDP is turned into GTP. The G protein then binds to and activates a target protein, which triggers the response. When epinephrine binds to its receptor on a muscle cell, it generates the second messenger molecule, cyclic AMP. As a result of this cascade, 2 metabolic enzymes are phosphorylated, resulting in the addition of a phosphate group and a change in activity. Cyclic AMP is converted to protein kinase A, which is then converted to phosphorylase kinase, which is then converted to glycogen phosphorylase, which glycogen is broken into glucose and phosphate, and ATP is converted to ADP twice.
GTP is hydrolyzed to GDP through GPTase activity, decreasing the G protein's affinity for adenylate cyclase, which shuts down production of cyclic AMP second messengers. The signal is not amplified within, and the signaling cascade of protein kinases cannot occur, effectively terminating the cellular response. An antagonist of the adrenaline signaling pathway is a beta blocker, exogenous antagonists as they are ingested medications. Beta blockers interfere in the happenings of the signaling path by preventing the hormone adrenaline from reaching the heart's beta receptors. Thus, the heart beats much slower and with less force.